All right, let's get this thing going, y'all. What's going on? What's happening, y'all? Hope y'all doing well. Hope y'all doing good. It's Coach Vince in the building here on Financially Lit Fridays. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all are having a great Friday. Happy Friday to y'all. As y'all chime in, come on in. Double tap. Let's get it to 1,000 likes. And as you come in, let me know where you're from, and let me know if this is your first time on my live. Let me know where you're from, and let me know if this is your first time on the live. What's up, Exquisite? What's going on? Let's talk about this money. Exactly. What's up? Let's get this thing going. Double tap, share this with like 5-10 people, 5-10 friends, y'all. Let's get this live going, y'all. Let's have a great Friday. Let's talk about this money. Let's talk about this financial freedom. Let's talk about the Financial Freedom Starter Pack. I think this would be a great video for this time. Last week we did the list of what not to do with your money. This week we're gonna do the Financial Freedom Starter Pack. So come on in, y'all. Double tap. Let's get it to 1,000 likes. Let me know where you're from. Let me know if this is your first time. So we have Barenda from Oklahoma. What's going on? We got Chris from Texas. First time on my live. What's going on? Sheila from New Jersey. What's up? Sheila. Vay from North Carolina. What's going on? We have Hawaii in the building. Callan for the first time. What's up? Michigan. Hey, Emily from Michigan. What's going on? Naya Banda 11. What's going on from Ohio? What's happening? For he has called me. Connecticut in the building. What's going on, y'all? I hope y'all doing well. Hope y'all doing fantastic. Come on in. Where's everybody from? We got New York in here. Danny the Vibe, first time, welcome. Naptown, what's up? B. Goodson, what's happening? Come on in, y'all. Appreciate y'all for joining the live. Let's get this thing going. Let's get this thing popping. Tonight we talking about the Financial Freedom Starter Pack. We got Jersey in here, Baton Rouge, Barbados, what's up? We worldwide in here, what's up? That guy Ricardo, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you on the live. Indiana, what's happening? So y'all, look, listen, we're going to talk about the Financial Freedom Starter Pack. I did this video earlier this week. A lot of people liked it. It's got a lot of shares and stuff like that. So I appreciate y'all so much. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But welcome to Financially Lit Fridays. Massachusetts in the building. What's up, Cammie? Welcome to Financially Lit Fridays, where I teach you, I do live coaching, live education on various topics. Tonight we're talking about financial freedom, the starter pack. We're gonna have a great time, y'all. I appreciate y'all for joining me live. One thing, listen, if you want to be a part of my group, we have a group of over 1,700 people. You can join us at the link in my bio and get access to us. You can ask me questions. Eva is a part of the group. I don't know if she's on the live, but she asks me questions all day long. So jump into the group if you have any questions that you want me to answer. You don't want to wait all week until we jump on live for me to answer your question. You can join us. I drop a whole bunch of extra stuff in there. I drop all of these in there so you don't have to screenshot it. You don't have to wait for me to move out the way, right? You will be able to get all of these inside of our group. You'll be able to know everything that goes on with me when new things drop, all that good stuff, okay? Also, I got my book, my ebook, the Financial Freedom Playbook. So we're going to be going through a bunch of this stuff from my book tonight, but only during my live. My book is going to be half off. It's going to be 50% off. So instead of $27, it's going to be $15. So if you want to get my book and you've been waiting to get my book, now is a good time to get it during my lives. It's going to be 50% off. Okay, there's going to be a discount, so you can go get my ebook if you want to right now while it's 50% off before the price goes up after my live. But that's only during my live, y'all. So once live is over, then it's going to go back to regular price. Okay, so tap in with me, tap in with my group at the link in my bio. Get my ebook at the link in my bio. Also follow me if you don't follow me already, and subscribe to my YouTube. Also go follow me on Instagram too. I'm trying to get to 10,000 on Instagram, y'all. So let's get this thing going. So let's see who we got. 50% of 27 is not 15. It's about 50%. It's about 50% off. My bad. My math is off. What topics does your ebook touch on? I'll talk about that really quick. But it talks about money management, how to manage your money, how to budget, how to get your finances in order. It's going to tell you, it's going to show you how to save quickly, how to save 5 figures to be exact. And it's also going to teach you about how to invest, what accounts to set up, how to get started investing, the strategy to start investing, all of that good stuff. Okay. So let's get to it. So if you want that, it's basically how I got started. It's basically my step-by-step game plan, how I was able to become financially free myself and create these systems for myself. And it's basically just teaching you in book format. So y'all share this with other people. Let's get this thing going. Let's talk about the Financial Freedom Starter Pack. And then at the end, what we'll do is we'll do a Q&A. So you can ask me questions about anything, and I'll answer it at the end. If you do have a question, though, I ask that you put it in the Q&A box. Put it in the Q&A box. That way I can see it at the end and I'll be able to answer it. That way I will never, go over. I'll never miss it. Okay? So can you move your head so we can read the background? All right, so as I go through each one of these steps, I will move out the way so that y'all can screenshot, because I know a lot of people want to screenshot. But like I said earlier, if you're inside my group, I'm going to drop this inside the group so that you can have it. That way you don't have to screenshot, okay? My group gets access to all these things, all my notes, basically, inside the group. All right, what's up? Erica, what's up? Kev, what's going on? Yes, thank you. Candace, thank you so much. Thank you for saying that. What Candace said. All right, so let's get to this, the Financial Freedom Starter Pack. Thank y'all for 1,000 likes. We already there. So let's go ahead and get through this. So number one, y'all. Number one. Okay, you need a saving and a checking account. Saving and a checking account. That's what we need. That's the first step. Okay, I say this because surprisingly, not everybody has a savings account, and not everybody knows the proper way to manage your money inside your bank account. Okay, so again, let me tell y'all this. I'm gonna be asking questions. I need y'all to participate. That's just how I coach. That's how I teach. So you will learn more, I promise you, if you participate, if you answer questions throughout the live. All right, so savings and a checking account, that's what you're gonna need. But here's how you do it. Here's how you set it up though. All right, so notice I have bills and expenses only in the checking. Bills and expenses only in your checking account. So as you get started with your finances and learn how to manage your money, one of the things that you need to do is understand your expenses. All right, understand exactly how much money you're spending, understand where your money is going, understand your bills and how much you spend any given month. Okay, whatever that dollar amount is, that needs to be in your checking account only. Okay, that needs to be in your checking account only, and you will understand why as I get through this. Once I get to part 3, you will understand why that needs to be in your checking account. So let's say, all your bills and expenses, you've looked through, and I talk about this in the ebook, you look through past statements, you look through past bank statements and credit card statements, and you figure out your monthly expenses any given month. Okay, that number is going to go into your checking account. In your savings account, so this is the only money that should be in your regular bank account. So the main bank account that you use, whatever that is, that's what's inside this. Your bills and expenses in your checking, and your $2,000 immediate fund in your savings. Who here knows what an immediate fund is? If you know what an immediate fund is, let me know in the comments. What is an immediate fund? Okay, you need a $2,000 immediate fund. Papa Joe, what's up? What's going on? All right, yes or no in the comments if you know what an immediate fund is. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no in the comments if you know what an immediate fund is. An immediate fund, not emergency, immediate. Somebody just said it perfectly. Funds available now. Okay, funds available now. I see a bunch of no's. Dang, like 11 no's just came after all those yeses. But an immediate fund is, like you said, available funds now. What the immediate fund is like a baby emergency fund. It's like a baby emergency fund. Okay, so So $2,000 is going to be your baby emergency fund. It's part of your emergency fund, but $2,000 you're going to have access to immediately. Okay? This is important because this is going to help you prevent from living paycheck to paycheck. Okay? This is going to end the check to check cycle, right? This is going to end you having to borrow money from Peter to pay Paul. All right? Because you already set up yourself $2,000 in your system to be able to prevent that. This is going to prevent you from swiping a credit card for an emergency that shouldn't even be an emergency and going into debt for small, minor expenses. That's what the $2,000 immediate fund is for. Okay? So what that is doing is that's immediately creating a buffer in your finances to prevent you from living paycheck to paycheck. Okay? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So those are the only two things that should be in your main bank account. That's how I carry mine. Okay? $2,000 inside my savings, and then only my bills and expenses sit inside my checking account. Boom. All right. Yes. That makes sense. Awesome. Perfect sense. Good. So we moving right along. This system works wonders, y'all. It's gonna relieve so much stress. It's gonna help y'all better manage your money. It's gonna help you become financially free. That's why I talk about it so much, and that's why I'm so passionate about it. Okay. Number 2. Again, if you have any questions, so I'm about to move out the way so that y'all can screenshot. For those that want to screenshot and dip and get out of here, all right, you can do that. But if you have any questions, please put it in the Q&A box. I'll answer it at the end. All right? But go ahead and screenshot. Go ahead and get that screenshot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay. I hope y'all was able to get all that. If you don't know how to move the comments, I think all you got to do is swipe left and it'll move the comments. But you should have been able to get it. Number 2. Let's go to number 2. Double tap, y'all. Let's get it to 2,500 likes. My bad. 2,500 likes. Double tap, y'all, if you learned something so far. So let's get to number 2. You need a high yield savings account. That's what HYSA stands for. Or a stable coin account. You need a high yield savings account or a stable coin account. Okay? These are important because these are going to hold your emergency fund. So this is for your major like emergencies, major expenses, big expenses that pop up out of nowhere. You know, you need new tires, you know, the roof, heater, something in the house, right? These big major expenses, a pandemic, you get cut from your job, right? All those type of things, right? Maybe it's a job you don't want to work at. That's what an emergency fund is going to do for you. So you need to hold your emergency fund in a high yield savings account or a stable coin account. So for those that don't know what a high yield savings account is, I'm gonna slide over. Y'all having trouble reading the comments. For those that don't know what a high yield savings account is, it's just like a bank, except you can earn higher interest. Okay, the bank typically gives you about 0.5, 0.05, 0.1% interest, 0.01% interest. A high yield savings account right now in our market right now is giving you like 0.5%. So that's literally 10 times what traditional banks are giving you right now. So when rates are not as low as they are right now, typically you can get anywhere between 1 to like 2.5% at a high yield savings account, depending on the high yield savings account that you go with. Now, there's plenty of high yield savings accounts out there. There's a bunch that you have access to, but a few that just come off the top of my head. I got a video on this as well. But you have CIT Bank, you have American Express, you got Marcus by Goldman Sachs, you have Ally Bank. Those are just a few. Okay, out of all of those, Ally Bank is probably the easiest to set up. They're all at about 0.5% interest right now. Okay, but the reason why The reason why the high yield savings account, nothing stable about that. The reason why, that's funny. The reason why the high yield savings account is they're able to offer higher interest is because unlike a traditional bank, just like the regular bank, the high yield savings account, they're usually online. They don't have as much overhead. So they're able to give you more on your money, more interest on your money. That's the reason why their interest is so high. Okay? Bitcoin is not a place to put your emergency money. Exactly. Bitcoin is not a place to put your emergency money. Okay? So that's the high yield savings. That's the high yield savings. The stablecoin account. Okay, I just did a video on this today. Yada is not bad. Yada is not bad. I heard of Yada. There's a bunch of other ones. SoFi actually has 1%. I forgot about SoFi. SoFi has 1% high yield interest account, high yield savings account. Stable coins. I did a video on this today. So what stable coins are, for those that don't know, who knows what stable coins are? Yes or no in the comments. Yes or no in the comments. Who knows what stable coins are? Barclays does have one. I saw earlier somebody asked if this is for Canada. I'm pretty sure there's something similar in Canada for this too. All right. See, I see a lot of no's for the stable coin. So a stable coin is a cryptocurrency that's pegged to, it can be pegged to a few things. So it can be pegged to fiat currency like the US dollar. It can be pegged to a commodity like gold or silver. And it can be pegged to another cryptocurrency. All right, but the one that I'm talking about here are ones that's pegged to fiat currency, like the US dollar. So the one that I put my money into is USDC. What that stands for is US dollar coin. US dollar coin. So stablecoin accounts are basically, they're not exactly the same, but basically the same as a high yield savings account. Okay, except the high yield savings account says it's high yield, but the stablecoin account is really high yield. Okay, so you can get up to like 12% interest depending on the platform that you choose for a stablecoin account. Okay, and I'm about to break down the stablecoin account a little bit more, just so y'all can understand what to look for when choosing your stablecoin account. Okay, again, I did a video on this. Make sure y'all go check it out if you haven't already after this live. All right, so stablecoin account offers up to like 12%, 14. I seen 14%, depending on the platform that you choose. So, for instance, Coinbase, I seen is about 4%. Celsius is about 8.5%. K Bogus, I got you. I'm gonna step to the side after this. All right, I got you. Celsius is offering about 8.5%. Crypto.com is offering about 12%. Voyager is offering about 9%. And BlockFi is also offering about 8%. So those are the type of accounts that you can set your money in so that it's growing. And it's not just sitting there. It's not just sitting on the side. Okay. And stable coins give you that extra boost, like crazy boost, like way more than, a high yield savings account. Why? Because it's pegged to the fiat currency, cryptocurrency, and because of, the rates and how many people borrow cryptocurrency, and just the rates of borrowing cryptocurrency is higher. So they're able to pay you more for just what's called staking your stable coin. Okay. And I shouldn't put quotation marks around it. That's what it's called. It's called staking your crypto. Now, here's what you need to know about staking, because it's different for each platform. It's different from each platform. Okay. Some platforms, you're able to just buy it and sit the money in there with a credit card, with a debit card, whatever the case may be. And you can just have your money sitting there just like that. Some platforms, you have to buy a certain cryptocurrency, transfer it to, or they call it exchange it into a stable coin like USDC before you're able to start staking. Okay, so I want you to be mindful of that. The ones that I like though are the ones that you can just buy the stable coin, like buy USDC, and just start staking immediately. From there, the only thing that you have to think about or worry about are, number one, it's called staking terms. Okay, you have to worry about staking terms. So what staking terms are is basically they can, if they say, you know what, we're gonna hold your money, you'll be able to get 12% interest if we hold your money for 3 months. Okay, so basically you don't have access to the money for 3 months, but you'll be able to earn 12%. Now you can, in some platforms, I'm not gonna say every, but some platforms you can take it out before 3 months. You just won't get the higher interest. So let's say, I think it's crypto.com. Crypto.com, if you stake for 3 months, okay, they'll give you 12%. But if you do a month to month, it's only gonna be 8%. So those are the things that you have to look out for when it comes to staking, okay? The reason they do that is because the price fluctuates with crypto a lot, right? But stable coins are stable. So because the price of other cryptocurrencies fluctuate, and stable coins are usually the currency that most people hold their crypto in, all right? They just want to make sure that they have the actual collateral to back up everything that's going on with the crypto markets, okay? But again, it's two things. It's good and bad. That's why the interest rates are high, but that's also why you have to hold your money for 3 months in some cases. Now, there's some platforms where there are no staking terms, where you can just deposit the money and hold it. There's no staking terms. You can take it out at any time, and boom, you good. Okay? So Celsius allows you to do that. I know for sure because I have a Celsius account. Okay? So that's number two. You need a high yield savings account or a stablecoin account to hold your emergency fund, a safe place to hold it, right? So that it's growing as well. So it's not just sitting there. Okay? That's number two. That's going to give you peace of mind. The emergency fund is going to give you peace of mind. It's going to allow you to make, it's going to give you so many opportunities and options to do whatever you want to do, right? The emergency fund is going to, like, let's say like you lose a job. What the emergency fund is going to help you do is it's going to help you, give you the option to, because if you don't have an emergency fund, you would probably have to take the next available job. Versus having that emergency fund, you can wait until you get the perfect job for you, right? There's a whole bunch of things. There's a whole bunch of benefits to having an emergency fund and a fully funded emergency fund. That's gonna give you those options, y'all. All right, so that's number two. Double tap. Let's get it to 10,000. Let's get it to 10,000. I know we're gonna get there fast, but let's get it to 10,000. I'm gonna give y'all like 5 seconds to take a screenshot, and then we're gonna move on to number three, y'all. We're going to move on to number three in a little bit. So double tap if you're learning something so far. Double tap if you're getting some valuable information. Make sure you follow me. Join our group if you want to. That's at the link in the bio. And my book is $15 versus $27 right now. Okay, that's about 50% off. Only while I'm live. So if you want to get my ebook and learn about everything that I'm talking about right now, you can get that. For $15 versus $27 at the link in my bio as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, bet. Let's get to three, y'all. Let's get to three. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the likes. Okay. Number three, a starter credit card. So this is a whole system. This is a whole system, and this is why I talk about having your bills and expenses in your checking only. For this reason right here. Number three, pay for everyday expenses and bills using your starter credit card. Okay, that's going to help in a bunch of other ways besides just building your credit. Okay, what this is going to help you do is it's just going to help you stay organized. Everything is going to be on the credit card. You're going to have a limit on your credit card, so you're not going to be able to go over. Remember, if you get a high limit, so like let's say you have a $10,000 limit on your card, $5,000 limit, but your expenses only come out to like, let's say $3,000, you can always lower your limit. Y'all have that option. A lot of people don't know that, but you can always lower your limit to however much that you spend any given month. That way you don't overspend. That way you're able to keep better track of your finances. All right, so that's a gem. That's a gem. You can always call and say, I want to lower my credit limit to such and such because my expenses are such and such and I don't want to overspend. All right, boom, they'll be able to do that for you. Okay, so that's a gem. So that's number one. Number two, okay, how many of us struggle with trying to keep up with all the bills that we have to pay throughout the month, right? We got a bill paid on the 1st. We got a bill paid on the 18th. We got a bill on the 30th. We got a bill on the 28th. We got a bill on the 15th, right? How many of us struggle with that? Let me know in the comments. Yes or no? Yes or no? How many of you struggle with that? Yes or no? Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. So look, I see a lot of yeses. So here's the thing. Here's what the credit card is gonna do. That's gonna only give you one date to remember. It's only gonna give you one date to remember. Why? Because we're gonna have this on auto pay. This is about financial freedom, y'all. This is about financial freedom so that we don't have to manually make all the money decisions every single day. If you want to be financially free, you got to set up auto pay. I know it's a scary thing for a lot of us. I know a lot of us are just not comfortable with setting up auto pay. But setting up auto pay is going to give you the freedom that you need with your finances. It's going to help you stay on track, right? And it's going to help you reach your goals a lot faster. So auto pay on this card is only going to give you one day to worry about. And if you automate that, you won't even have to worry about that. Okay? Because you can have your bills all auto paid onto the card, and then you can have your bank account, which is holding your bills and expenses only, okay, automatically pay off the balance of the credit card every single month. That's why I talk about this system, y'all. Okay? Am I making sense so far? Am I making sense so far? Does that make sense? So your credit card, you're going to pay for your everyday bills and expenses using the credit card. Okay, let's say your bills and expenses come out to $3,000 per month. Okay, your bills and expenses come out to $3,000 per month. You're going to put all your bills or most of the bills. I know mortgage and I know car loans, you probably can't put on your credit card. All right. Rent, all right. Check with your landlord. Maybe you can put it on there. I was able to put it on mine. Okay, but all your expenses gonna go in this card. That's gonna give you that limit, and you're only gonna use your bills and expenses that's in your checking to pay for that. So as you get paid throughout the month, right? Let's say you get paid every 2 weeks, like most people do. You get paid every 2 weeks, like most people do. That money's just going to sit in that checking account. The expenses, the bills and expense money is going to sit in that checking account. So if you get paid $4,000 per month, so you get paid $2,000 one check, $2,000 the next check, that's all sitting in your checking account. Okay? That's all sitting in your checking account. The $3,000 that you put on your credit card, from that $4,000, $3,000 is going to pay off that credit card every single month and going to pay that balance off. And then that's going to do what's called build your credit, because you're paying on time, because it's happening automatically, and your credit utilization is low. Those are the two highest factors when it comes to your credit score. That's 65% of your credit score. So if you do that over an extended amount of time, 6 to 12 months, that's going to increase your credit score. And you're probably going to see an increase immediately. All right. So this is part of the whole system. And I didn't even get to the other benefit yet of using the credit card. All right. The other benefit of using the credit card is the rewards and the cash back that you're going to get. Okay. The cherry on top. So not only are you going to lower your money stress, you're going to reduce that stress from having to handle the money every single month and having to worry about multiple due dates on multiple bills every single month. Okay. Not only are you going to be able to build your credit, start building your credit score, get approved for more things, more loans, a house if you want to, right? You're building your credit, but you also going to get cash back. You also going to get money back. You also going to get rewards back. You're going to get free trips. You're going to get gifts. You're going to get a whole bunch of stuff just from using your card on your everyday expenses that you normally would. Okay? So that's why I say a credit card. Now, disclaimer, I want y'all to know this. This only works if you have a plan. Okay? This only works if you do number one. If you know exactly how much you spend every month, if you have a money management plan, if you know exactly how you're going to budget every single month and what goes where, how much goes where, right? How much you get paid, where that money is going to every month. Okay? This only works if you discipline, if you financially discipline. If you cannot help yourself, I highly suggest that you get one of these other cards, like the Extra card. Extra card has a debit card that reports to the credit bureaus. All right, I prefer you get one of those, because if you don't have no kind of discipline, no financial discipline, this is not gonna work. You're gonna blow your credit score up. Okay. So I seen somebody ask real quick, what do you do with discretionary money? So I was about to get to that. All right. So in this example that we're talking about, this person makes $4,000 per month, $3,000 for all bills and expenses throughout the month. They pay that off with the credit card. What happens with that extra $1,000? Okay. So really, what's only going to be in this checking account is $3,000. That other $1,000 is going to be automatically transferred to other accounts, okay? To these other two things, to these other three things. So if you're trying to build your emergency fund, okay, some money is going to be sent to your emergency fund, some money is going to be sent to life insurance, some money is going to be sent to your investment account, or to your stablecoin account, or to your crypto account, or to real estate if you want to buy a house, right? Or into your business, or into art. It's a whole bunch of different things that you can put your money into to grow your money, right? But that's what's going to happen with the discretionary. That's what's going to happen with the extra money. Okay? So, look, that's why you need to start a credit card. This is important. I call this system the swipe stripes method. That's inside my book. That's inside my ebook. So if you want to grab my ebook and learn more about the swipe stripes method, again, it's $15 while I'm live only. After I'm live, it's going up to $27. After I'm live, it's going to $27. Okay? So go ahead and get it right now. It's $15. That's at the link in my bio. If you want to join our group, go ahead and tap the link in my bio and hit join our community. That's how you become a part of our group. We got over 1,700 people inside the group. Y'all go ahead and screenshot. I'm going to give y'all like 5 seconds. I'm going to give y'all like 5 seconds to get this done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right, double tap. Let's get it to 18,000 likes. We had 16.6. Let's get it to 18,000 likes, y'all. Let's get it to 18,000 likes. I appreciate y'all so much, y'all. So I'm trying to read these comments. What percent should I pay off on my credit cards monthly? How do you purchase the ebook? At the link in my bio. At the link in my bio, tap and then tap on get my new ebook. Okay? But I pay my credit cards down every single month, like to zero. Or, you know, it might be one thing that pop up every now and then, but I usually try to get it to zero. But what you want to have it as is 3% or less. Okay? 3% or less. That's like optimizing your credit score. 3% or less. Okay? You purchased it and can't find it anywhere. Check your spam. It might have hit the spam. All right? If you don't see it in your spam, DM me on Instagram. DM me on Instagram. All right? But yeah, you want it to be 3% or low for your credit card balance. Okay? And you want to make sure that you pay that off by the statement date. I didn't say that, but you want to make sure you pay that down or all the way off by the statement date. Okay? That's important. There's 2 dates on your statement, the due date and the statement date. You need to pay the minimum so that there's no late payments on your credit profile, and you need to pay it all off by the statement date, or at least 3% or less, so that your credit utilization is low. Okay? So if you have any questions, I forgot to say that. If you have any other questions, because I'm about to get through the rest of these, put them in the Q&A box, and then I'll answer them at the end of the live. All right, at the end of the class. So go ahead and screenshot one more time before I get to number 4. Because number 4, y'all really gonna have to listen. Y'all really gonna have to take notes on this one, because I'm gonna break this one down a little bit. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dang, appreciate y'all. Y'all, we got 22,000 likes. Dang. All right, so number 4 is term life insurance. So I believe everybody should have term life insurance. Obviously, there's other types of life insurance out there. There's other types of permanent life insurance like whole life, IUL, all that type of stuff. Okay, but I personally believe, all right, that everybody should have term life insurance, especially if you're younger, right? You have good health, you don't smoke, all that good stuff, right? Term life insurance is probably the best route for you to go. Why do I believe that? Because it's more affordable. Number 1. And number 2, because you get more coverage for less. Okay? Whole life is going to be about 8 to 10 times more than term life. Now, there's other ones like IUL and, all that different type of life insurance. It's a long story. Like, I can break all that down. That's probably gonna have to be a separate live itself. But basically, whole life and IUL and stuff, that's permanent. That's permanent life insurance that lasts your whole life. Okay? That's stuff that if you like, for certain situations, if you get denied coverage for term life, then you may need a whole life or IUL policy. Now, I really wouldn't recommend the whole life, just because whole life does not work how you think it works. Whole life is permanent life insurance that you build a cash value with, but in most cases, now whole life, you're not gonna be able to keep the cash value and the death benefit if you pass away. Okay, most cases people get the death benefit, but they're not able to keep the cash value with whole life. Okay, that's one of the things with whole life that I do not like. Okay, IUL on the other hand is a little bit more complex. Okay, you will need to talk to an insurance professional about IULs and how they work. But depending on the policy, you want to make sure that is what's the term? That is max funded, right? Front loaded for the IUL if you get that. But I highly recommend, like I said, the term, right? It's just simpler. It's pure life insurance. And here's another reason why I like term. Here's another reason why I like term. Or here's the reasoning behind term. Okay? Because if you're younger, if you have 10, 20 plus years to be investing, and you have good health, right? And all that stuff, then term is going to be good for you because you're able to get a lot of coverage for a little bit, and you can invest over that time frame to be able to build up your investment account to more than what your coverage is. So let's say I'm gonna move over after I get done with this point. All right, I got y'all. I'm gonna move over after every point. Okay. It's important that you invest over that term, because it's after that term you're no longer covered. But what you want to have is enough investable assets to be what's called self-insured. You have your own coverage. You have your own insurance. You have your own backup plan in case something was to happen to you. You have your own amount of money to pass down to your heirs so that they can continue to use that and live off that and continue the same lifestyle and things of that nature. Okay, but term life is going to give you access, or give your family access to a bunch of money, right? Without having to dig into your money or into your investments. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all an example. I believe term is the best. Okay, but it depends on your situation. I can't emphasize that enough. right? When it comes to life insurance, it really depends on your situation, what's best for you and your family, right? There's a whole bunch of different situations. All right. So let me give y'all an example. So let's say you have let's say you're 30 years old, right? 35 years old. Okay. You get a term life policy. It's costing you $40 per month for $1 million policy, right? But you're 35. You don't have $1 million to your name yet. You're investing. You're trying to get there. You will get there after 40 years of investing, right? 40 years of investing into your Roth IRA, but you don't have that amount of money yet, right? You have kids, you have a family, you have a mortgage. So if anything happens to you over those 30 years, that 30-year term of the life insurance that you have, you want to make sure that your family has access to that $1 million before you're able to build that wealth for yourself. So what that looks like is if something was to happen to you at 30, at 40, right? Before you're able to build that $1 million, your family's going to be able to get access to $1 million. But what they're going to be able to do is they're going to be able to continue to grow your investment account as if you're still there. All right. So that your wealth can still build. Your wealth can still increase without them having to touch your assets. Because without the life insurance, what they would have to do is they would have to touch your assets, and you would probably not have you will not be able to build that wealth. Does that make sense? All right. Does that make sense? You want to have access to wealth before you build that wealth. You want to have access to $1 million before you're able to build that $1 million, right? In case something was to happen. You want your family to access the life insurance and not your personal investment. Does that make sense? So that your personal investment can continue to grow versus them having to dip into the investment. It may be a crash the year that something happens to you or something like that. And that means they get less versus if they have the life insurance, they get access to $1 million no matter what. Right. And even if it is a crash, your family can endure that and then continue to grow your wealth or your investments over that time. All right. Does that make sense? I need that to hit home for a lot of y'all. I need that to hit home for a lot of us as Black people. I need y'all to understand that. I need y'all to understand that because that's major. That's major. Okay. Yes, that's good. It protects the journey while you're building wealth. It keeps your family going, right? Financially, even if you're gone. That way they can continue to build that wealth even more. Yes, they get access to $1 million, but then they'll be able to build the wealth that you were building or in the process of building at the same time. I like that. Insurance protects the journey while you're working to get rich. Exactly. Okay, so that's why we need term life, or if you get whole life, that's cool. That's up to you. It all depends on your family, your situation, or permanent. I should say permanent life insurance because I don't like whole life at all. Period. Okay, so that's why you need life insurance. Y'all screenshot. Let's get this thing to. Let's see if we can get it to 30,000. Let's see if we can get it to 30,000. Double tap. Let's get it to 30,000 if you learn something, y'all. If you learn something, let's get it to 30,000 likes. I appreciate y'all. Let's get this thing going. All right, because now we're going to talk about my favorite part, which is the Roth IRA. This is the part that we're building. Okay? This is the part that we're building while we have life insurance. This is the part that we need to protect with life insurance. All right? Let's get it to 30,000, y'all. Double tap. If you're learning something, if you're getting some value, if you like this live. And if you want to join our group, we have over 1,700 people. I keep saying 17. It's now 18. I'm tripping. We have over 1,800 people inside of our group. So join the other 1,800 people. We dropping gems in there every day. I'm dropping this in there. So if you want access to this without having a screenshot and access to all my other stuff on all my other videos, make sure you join our group. Okay. Again, my book is $15 only while I'm live. only while I'm live. So if you want my ebook, which is going to show you how to manage your money, how to save 5 figures, and how to invest to build wealth, you can get that. That's basically my step-by-step game plan on how I became financially free. All right, you can get that at the link in the bio. It's $15 right now, only during the live. After the live, it's going to go back to $27. So it's about 50% off right now. Okay, so let's get to number 5. Once we hit 30,000, we about there. I appreciate y'all so much. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the likes. All right, so let's get to the Roth IRA. Let's get to the Roth IRA. So who here knows what a Roth IRA is? Or who here has heard of a Roth IRA? Yes or no in the comments. Let's get the comments going. Protection, liquidity, savings. Absolutely. Protection, liquidity, and investing, right? Wealth building. That's what we need. Protection, liquidity, and wealth building. I see some yeses. Yep, yes. Cool. So I seen a few no's, but I'm going to go through it anyway, right? I like to explain things so that everybody can get it. For those that's worried about catching it from the beginning, follow me on YouTube or join our group. You will get access to the replay. Okay? Join our group or subscribe to me on YouTube. You'll get access to the replay there. Okay? So the Roth IRA. What is the Roth IRA? The Roth IRA is the Roth Individual Retirement Account. Okay? That grows tax-free. Okay? Your money grows tax-free inside the Roth IRA. It is a tax-free growth account. So you might have heard of tax deferred, which means you're not taxed now, you get taxed later. The Roth IRA is tax-free growth. Okay, so this is how it works. You put money into the Roth IRA. The money that you put into the Roth IRA is already taxed. It's called after-tax dollars. That's the money that shows up in your bank account. That's the money that you transfer from your checking, right? Automatically transfer from your checking to this Roth IRA. All right, it's after-tax dollars. That's how it's able to grow tax-free. So you'll be able to get access to it completely tax-free, no taxes, no early penalties after the age of 59 and a half. Okay, for those that's joining late, I'm gonna move out the way so that you can screenshot it. All right, but that's after I get done with this step, okay? So after 59 and a half, you get access to the money completely tax-free, no penalties or anything. Here's some of the benefits, and here's what's so great about the Roth IRA that most people don't know. All right, number one, like I just said, retirement income is completely tax-free. It's tax-free growth. Number two is you can withdraw any contributions that you make to the account at any time. You can withdraw, let me say that again, because I know a lot of people are like, but I can't touch the money until after 59 and a half. Yes, you can. You can touch the money that you contribute to the account at any time. Okay, what does that mean? Let me put some numbers in there. So if you contribute over a 10-year period, let's say you contribute $10,000. Let's just say you contribute $10,000. The account grows to $50,000. I'm just throwing numbers out there. Okay. What you can do is you can withdraw $10,000 at any time because that's what you put into the account. Okay. You can withdraw any money that you contribute at any time. So if you put in $10,000, it grows to 30. You can take out the $10,000, whatever you contribute. All right. The next thing, anybody basically at any age can contribute to a Roth IRA as long as they have earned income from a job or from a business. That means even if you're 4 or 5 years old and your parents have a business and they employ you and they pay you, you can contribute to a Roth IRA. Okay, you can contribute to a Roth IRA. The fourth benefit is that there's no age for no distribution age. Okay, what that means is, so like with the 401k, you have to start withdrawing money by the age of 72. With the Roth IRA, there is no age. So what does that mean? That means that even if something happens to me, I can still have a Roth IRA. I can pass it down to my heirs, to my beneficiaries, and they can continue to grow that investment even while I'm gone, without me even taking a payment from that account. Okay, that's powerful, y'all. That's powerful. That's the power of building wealth. That's the power of a Roth IRA. That's the power of investing early and often. This is the type of information that we need, right, in our communities. This is the type of information that we need to be able to build wealth and pass it down from generation to generation. But first, we have to learn and educate ourselves on this so that we can do this. That's why I do what I do. I love educating and putting information out there and helping people think of other ways to do, other things to do with their money besides what they've always been taught. Do y'all feel me? Double tap if you get what I'm putting down. Double tap if you feel what I'm saying, okay? So here's the requirements, or here's the limits of the Roth IRA for those that's asking, because I've seen this, a couple people ask. So, hey, Aisha, how you doing? Thank y'all for getting the ebook. Appreciate that. Okay, so here's the limits or the requirements. So, like I said, you have to have a job. You have to be making earned income. Okay, you cannot be making over $144,000 for the year 2022. Okay, for the year 2022. For the year 2021, you can't be making over $140,000. All right. So the reason I say 2021 and 2022 is because you have until April or the tax deadline to fully fund for last year's Roth IRA. So the max to invest into a Roth IRA is $6,000 per year if you're under 50 and $7,000 per year if you're over 50. What you can do, okay, if let's say you're under 50, what you can do, you can fully fund, let's say you have $6,000, let's say you have $12,000 just sitting in the bank account, right? Just outside of your emergency fund, just extra money that you just have sitting. Let's say you have $12,000. You can take $6,000 and fund it for 2021. And then you can take that other $6,000 and fully fund it for 2022. Now you have a full $12,000 invested, and you basically just rig the system, basically, because you're only supposed to contribute $6,000 per year. But because of the tax deadline, you can contribute last year's up to the tax deadline for last year, and then you can contribute up to the current year so that you can fully fund both years. Okay? So if you are looking for a compound interest account, an account that is going to give you like the total advantage when it comes to compound interest and lets you take full advantage of compound interest, the Roth IRA is the account. Okay? April 15th, I believe, is the tax deadline. Don't get me lying, y'all. Let me make sure. I think it's April 15th is the tax deadline. But you have until then to fully fund your Roth IRA for last year, and then you can fully fund for this year. But you will have until April 15th of next year to fully fund it for 2022. All right? That's how it works. So here's how compound interest works inside the Roth IRA so that you can take full advantage of it, so you don't have to worry about taxes. So you basically get pretty much all your money that you make in your investment over that time frame. Now, I want to be clear that investing does have risk. The market is volatile. It does go up and down. But the S&P 500 has averaged about 10% per year over the last 100 years. I don't know about you, but that's a really good track record for me to be earning 10% per year, in something like that. So if you was to invest, okay, let's go with 500. If you were to invest $500 per month into your Roth IRA and you earn 10%, you do that over the next 40 years, that's more than 3 million, right? 30 years, that's about 1 million, if my math is correct, right? 20 years is about 500,000, okay? But that's how the math works. And after 59 and a half, like I said, you get access to all of that completely tax-free. But here's the trick though. Here's the tip. You can live off the interest of that account. Okay? If it continues to earn 10% per year, you can technically live off of 10% per year without ever touching the interest. So if you grow an account to $1 million and you live off 10%, which is $100,000 per year, you can technically withdraw $100,000 per year without ever touching that $1 million. Okay, so those are the benefits of the Roth, y'all. That is the Financial Freedom Starter Pack. These are 5 things that you need, okay, to become financially free, to create that system for yourself, and to begin to build wealth, protect your income and protect your family, protect your assets, right? Create a money management system, have liquidity for you and your family, right? And end the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. You can automate this. You can systemize this so that you can become financially free. I talk about this inside my ebook. If you want to grab my ebook, go to the link in my bio so that you can learn more about this, right? More about this system and how to automate it and everything. I think some people ask me about some platforms that you can open a Roth IRA with. Me personally, I like M1 Finance. I like Fidelity. I like, what's the other one I like? What's the other one? Fidelity. Charles Schwab is okay. Yeah, so, but basically M1 Finance is my favorite. It lets you automate it. Vanguard is another one. Yeah, Vanguard is another one. Acorns is good too. All right, but basically M1 Finance is my favorite. It lets you automate the entire process. You can get access to that too at the link in my bio. If you want to start investing, it is a $500 initial deposit to open up the Roth IRA with M1 Finance. But you can go with any one, as long as you open it up, as long as you get started investing. That's the goal. So listen, double tap if you got some value. Double tap if you got some value out of this. Let's get it to 40,000 likes, y'all. And I'm gonna step to the side so that y'all can screenshot it if you want to. All right, but if you want access to all my lists, you want access to all the backgrounds that I have in all my videos, make sure you join our group. That's at the link in the bio. You'll be able to get a lot more than just this. We talk daily. We drop gems daily. We try to have weekly chat sessions. So basically, we talk, we answer questions inside those chats and everything. So if you want to join our community, make sure you tap that link in the bio, tap join our community and join us there. Again, my book is $15 while I'm on the live. Make sure you grab my book if you want to get it for $15 versus $27. That's only during my live. And go follow me on Instagram. Go subscribe on YouTube. That's where you're going to get more valuable information as well as the replays. So if you want to get the replay of this, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube or join our group. All right. So I hope y'all got that. I hope y'all was able to screenshot it. For those that's looking to screenshot, Financially Lit Fridays, good title. Appreciate that. That's something that I had in the tuck for a long time that I just put out this year. So I appreciate that. That's good. Let's see. Let's answer some questions. I'm gonna answer some questions for about 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna have to get out of here. Can you give us a second to screenshot it? I just did. Hopefully you got it. Or you can catch the replay. Can I switch my 401k into a Roth IRA? So technically you can. So if it's from an old employer, yes, you can. You can switch your 401k to a Roth IRA. Just know that there will be taxes applied to that. Because remember, the 401k is a tax deferred account. The Roth IRA is a tax-free account. So if you're going to transfer from a 401k to a Roth IRA, it's going to be taxed. Okay, it's going to be taxed. Just to let you know, to transfer to the Roth IRA. If you don't want it taxed, you can transfer it to a traditional. If you are currently working where your 401k is and your job matches, just keep the 401k and match what your job matches, and then max out your Roth IRA. That's called the match and max method. I just call it the match and max method. I guess I made that up, but it's called the match and max method, where you match your company's 401k and then you max out your Roth IRA as much as you can. All right. Let's get to another question. Do I need a 401k and a Roth? I have a 401k. If you really want to maximize your investing, yes. Okay. But do you need both? No. Okay. If your company is not matching, I would go with the Roth IRA. Okay. If your company is not matching, I would just put all my money into the Roth IRA. Thoughts on FIRE? Financially independent, retire early. It's great if you can do it, right? It's a very minimalistic lifestyle. You're gonna have to get used to different things and living the bare minimum. But if that's the kind of person that you are, absolutely, right? How FIRE works is you basically multiply your annual expenses. So let's say your annual expenses, just for easy numbers, is 10,000. You multiply that number times 25, that's 250,000. Okay. And that tells you how much you need to have in investable assets to live off 4% of your income. That's what FIRE is. That's what FIRE stands for. And if you want to live that lifestyle, if you want to retire early, that's the method that you do it. Okay. For questions, how do you join our group? At the link in the bio, tap join our community. That's how you join our group. For questions, drop them into the Q&A box. Which one is better, stablecoin or high yield savings account? So this depends on you. This is based on your research. Now, I'm gonna tell you which one has the better interest rates. The better interest rates are the stablecoin accounts, USDC accounts. You can get started with Coinbase. Coinbase has 4%. A lot of people trust Coinbase. Celsius is like 8.5%. Those are, two of my favorites ones. Crypto.com is another one. But yeah, in my opinion, the stablecoin is going to give you the more bang for your buck. If you want to stay more traditional, and you can go with the high yield savings account. Which is a high yield savings account and stable account. So I think I just gave it in my last one, but high yield savings account like Ally Bank, they have a high yield savings. American Express, Marcus by Goldman Sachs, CIT Bank, Alliance Federal Credit Union. Okay, they have high yield savings account. Stable coins accounts you can get on some of these crypto platforms like Crypto.com, Coinbase, Celsius, Voyager, Gemini, just to name a few. So go check those out. If you want to know more of like my personal favorites, make sure you join the group. We talking about that in there as well. Cash App investing is a no for me. Immediate fund is like your mini emergency fund. Okay, it's the emergency fund junior, right? You know how they have the Whopper, then they have the Whopper Junior. Well, your immediate fund is the emergency fund junior. That's all it is. So it's just gonna give you access to quick cash right now to prevent you from living paycheck to paycheck, right? And give you a buffer in your financial system. All right. The name of my book is The Financial Freedom Playbook. You can get it at the link in my bio by tapping on get my new ebook. But the immediate fund is so helpful, y'all. It's going to prevent you from living paycheck to paycheck and, give you some leeway in your budgeting. That way, any minor expenses come up, like I know sometimes you might run out of toothpaste, toilet paper, or something like stupid might pop up. You'll be able to handle it no problem without stressing for a week because you don't get paid for another 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? That's what the $2,000 immediate fund is. And then once you get your money, you can just revamp it, like fill it back up to the 2,000. That's how it works. I use term life insurance. How much can I transfer from my 401k to my Roth IRA? You can transfer whatever you want. Just know that it's going to get taxed. Um, so I don't think it's a battle between the 401k and the Roth. I think you can use these two together to build wealth. Like I said, use the match and max method. That's where you match your company's 401k and then max your Roth IRA. So if your company matches, right? Let's say they match 3% up to 100%, right? Put in 3%. Okay, match what they match, and then max your Roth IRA, which is $500 per month. Chase, I use Chase too. My company only does retirement plans. I believe you're talking about the 401k. That's what you're gonna get at most companies. So you're not gonna find a Roth IRA typically at your company. Okay, what you're gonna find at your company is the 401ks, the Roth 401ks. Now, if your company has a Roth 401k, definitely take advantage of that. That's like the Roth and the 401k combined. All right. If your company has a Roth 401k, take advantage of that. Definitely. Okay. The Roth 401k is like a super Roth. It's a Roth IRA on steroids. So it has all the contribution limits of a 401k, which I believe is 19,500, or it may be 20,500 now for the 401k. So you can contribute up to $20,500 into a 401k of after-tax dollars, and all that money grows tax-free. So you can put $20,000 into a 401k every year and grow that. Imagine what that turns into after 20 years, 30 years. Can I start a Roth IRA for my child? Absolutely. Your child needs to be making income. Okay, so if you have a business and you pay your child $300 per month, they can contribute $300 per month to a Roth IRA and build wealth that way. That's absolutely possible. So even if you have a side hustle, right, turn it into an LLC, like do it right, do it legitimately, turn it into an LLC, pay your child, and they can start funding the Roth IRA and get that tax-free growth in that account. All right. Let's see. How much time I got left? I got 7 minutes. Let's go. I got 7 minutes. What Roth IRA do you recommend outside of work? I talk about M1 Finance all the time. You're going to see that all the time on my page. That's one of my partners. I love their platform. It automates the entire process, so you don't have to, manually do it every month, just like you would with like Fidelity or Charles Schwab or any of the ones like that, or Vanguard. They automatically invest for you based on your pie or however you have it set up. So I highly recommend M1 Finance. I'm big on systems and automation and really being free, y'all. I really feel like money should be hands off because it's so emotional, right? Your decisions with money are so emotional. The less emotions that's involved with your money, the more that you will have and the better off with money you will be. So the more that you automate your money and not manually have to do it and not be so hands-on, the better off you'll be. So that's why I like stuff that automates everything for me. All I got to do is just like be the supervisor. I just check over it every now and then, make sure it's working right, and I'm good. Yeah, M1 Finance. You can find it at the link in my bio. Times are unprecedented. How can we hedge? You can hedge by investing, point blank, period. Okay. Investing long term is the hedge. Investing into the S&P 500 long term for 20 plus years is the hedge. That's the only way. I have a video on my page that shows you the performance of different asset classes during high inflation. All of them show that during high inflation, I'm talking about the S&P 500, I'm talking about growth stocks, I'm talking about small cap stocks, I'm talking about oil, I'm talking about basically just investing into the U.S. stock market is going to be that hedge for you against inflation, point blank, period. But over the long run, okay? I'm not talking about tomorrow. I'm not talking about in a week. I'm not talking about during this 1 year of high inflation or 2 years of high inflation. I'm talking about the long run, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. That is the ultimate hedge, okay? That's how you're going to be able to beat inflation and everything that's going on now. Besides S&P, any other stocks you recommend? So the big. So I'm only going to talk about the quality stocks right now because of inflation. Inflation is killing everything right now. All tech is getting killed, but big tech like Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon are all killing it. Okay, if you invest in any of those, you don't even feel like you don't even feel like inflation is a thing because those companies right there are standing the face of time. So they're standing strong through all this inflation talk. So, it all depends on what you invested in, but those are the ones that I recommend for the S&P 500. That's going to give you a boost if you're able to invest into the S&P 500 and invest into in some of those stocks. What do we invest inside of our Roth IRA? So S&P 500 for beginners, I think is a great place to go. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to invest in, but based on like history, and I know history doesn't repeat itself, but the S&P 500 has averaged 10% per year over the long run. If you invest in that over the long term, you'll be good. Okay. For those, if you're having trouble with my book, just send me a message. Send me a message or email me, and I'll get that to you. I'm sorry about that. Sometimes it doesn't go through, especially when it's a lot of people that's ordering it. Sometimes it doesn't go through. But if you're having trouble getting my ebook, make sure you send me a message on Instagram or send me an email. HSA, or don't confuse things. So the HSA is high yield savings account. It's a health savings account that you can also invest in. It's great because if you don't use it for health, you can transfer it to just an investable asset that contributes to your wealth. So HSA is good. I believe if your health insurance, if you're qualified to have an HSA and you have extra money, definitely take advantage of the HSA. That's like you can contribute up to $3,000 per year into the HSA. So that's another way to build wealth, y'all. Let's see what else we got. Shoot, it's a lot of questions. I'm really big on term life insurance. So for everybody that asks about whole life, I don't like whole life, and I know, whole life, not all whole life is the same. Not all term life is the same, but for most people, term life is the best option. Okay. I think I answered most of these questions. What bills do you pay with the credit card? So some of the bills that you pay with your credit card is just like your everyday expenses. Like if you go to lunch every day and that's part of your budget, that needs to be on there. Cable, light bill, all your, every bill. Like I literally put everything on my credit card, and then at the end of the month or when the statement date comes, I just pay it off. That's literally what I do, y'all. And I try to keep it in my budget as much as possible. And I've been doing a really good job with it because I follow the plan. I follow the blueprint that I put inside my book. I live within my budget. Okay. I only put on my card what's in my budget. That is it. Okay. That's all I put on that card. Then I pay it off every single month. That's how you got to live. Like, that's just how it works. And then it's automated. So I don't even have to really do anything. Once I set it up, once I, set up auto pay and all that, all I really have to do is just monitor it, make sure all the payments go through like it should be, and we good. All right. Let's see how much time we got left. All right, so I'm gonna answer one more, and then I gotta go. What budget tools do I use? This is a good question. So one of my favorites is Mint, the Mint app. That's my favorite budgeting tool. That helps me keep track of everything. So like how I say, I just keep tabs of everything and I just look at everything. I use Mint. Mint keeps track of like all my cards, investment accounts, saving accounts, all of that, all in one app. I can look at it all from one place, and I can keep track of everything there. It lets me know if I'm going over. It lets me know if I'm close to going over. It lets me know if I'm under. It shows me how much I spent this month versus last month. Mint is the ultimate tool, y'all. Mint just featured me too. So go to their page, go to their Instagram page, go to their TikTok page. Go look on that page. You're going to see me. They just featured me. So, it's a pretty good app. I like that app. And it definitely helped me, especially in the beginning of my journey, as far as saving, saving for my emergency fund. So y'all go check that out. Who is that? Autogato, appreciate you. Thank you so much. That means a lot. That's what I believe I'm here for, to educate and to help as much as possible. So I appreciate you so much for saying that. Nima, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Y'all, I appreciate you. Okay. So if you don't follow me, make sure you follow me, because I do these lives every Friday. It'd be a lot of people on these lives. I see a lot of people like my lives. Make sure you follow me. I do this every Friday. This is called Financially Lit Fridays. Every Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we go for like an hour. Then I answer questions for like 15 minutes. All right. So if you want more, you know where you can get more. You can join my group. We have over 1,800 people inside the group. You can get my ebook, which is $15 now while I'm on live. So make sure you get it right before I get off. And then it's going back to $27. So yeah, that's how you can get more. If you want this replay, if you missed any part of it, you'll be able to get this on YouTube. I'm going to place it there for free. So you'll be able to get the replay for this, y'all. I'm just here to help. If you want to work closely with me, shoot me a DM. Vegan Chicken Nugget, thank you for getting my book. Thank you so much. If you want to work closely with me, send me a DM. Yeah, that's it, y'all. But I hope y'all learned something. I hope y'all got some value. We might as well get it to 50,000. Let's get it to 50,000 likes. Let's get it to 50,000 likes. If y'all really enjoyed this video, if y'all got some value out of this, let's get it to 50 likes, 50,000 before I get off here, y'all. I would really appreciate that if we get it to 50,000. I think that'll be the most that I ever had on the live. That's gonna be awesome. But yeah. So you can reach me at all them places, y'all. Just trying to do great things. Just trying to put out information for y'all so that y'all can be great. Thank you for the 200 likes. Thoughts on IUL? It's definitely, in my opinion, not an investment. So you shouldn't invest inside of an IUL, but my thing on insurance is you need to do what's best for you and your family. So I believe in term life insurance. If you want life insurance, is the IUL probably going to be the best, most affordable? Maybe not. If you're looking for something that is like, that could protect you from like the market, maybe look into that. But make sure you get with somebody that's a professional, specifically with IULs, because IULs are a very, very complex product. All right, so whoever you're talking to needs to be well versed with IULs if you're considering an IUL. But I truly believe term is the best option for most people, especially if you're healthy, if you're younger. All right, it's gonna be best for you. All right. This couldn't have come at a better time. I am on the road to being debt free before 30. I believe in divine timing. So everything happens for a reason. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for giving me the 50,000. I appreciate that so much. Okay. But I'm about to get off. Y'all be great. Y'all be good. And remember, believe in yourself, invest in yourself, and most importantly, love yourself. If you got any more questions, join our group at the link in the bio. Peace. Oh, okay. Now I gotta I didn't know how to end the live. All right, y'all. Y'all be good.